Let us start the postulate number 5. See the length of the postulate. 5. You have not to learn it. Okay, you have to clear the concept. See, the concept is what? If a straight line falling on two straight lines, means suppose one straight line is, call it AB, another straight line, call it CD. Straight line doesn't mean that they are parallel. Okay, so I draw like this. Two straight line, and if a straight line means one straight line falling on this straight line, suppose PQ, falling on two straight line makes the interior angle on the same side of it. Interior angle, suppose inside this angle and this angle. Suppose this is angle 1 and angle number 2. Okay, so interior angles on the same side of it taken together, if you take together, means 1 plus 2 less than 2 right angles. Means if 1 plus 2, angle 1 plus angle 2 is not equal to 180, less than 2 right angles. You know right angle means 90 degree. 2 times right angle means 2 times 90. So here this one is 90 and this one is 90, but it is not equal to 180, less than this. Or you can write 1 plus 2 is less than 180. Not equal to, but it is less than 180 degree. Then two straight line, means this two straight line, if produced indefinitely, if you produce it, means if you extend indefinitely, then it always intersect. Here it always intersect. The condition is what? Two interior angles. Sum of the two interior angles, if it is less than 180, then this two straight line, if we produced indefinitely, then it always intersect. It means what? If angle 1 plus angle 2 is exactly 180, if sum of this two is exactly 180, then these two straight lines do not intersect. Means two straight lines are parallel to each other. Okay, only when 1 plus 2 is equals to 180. Is that clear? This is the concept of postulate number 5. So try to understand it. If producing different meet on that side on which the sum of the angle is less than this side sum of the angle is less than 2 right angles. So on this side they crosses or meet with each other. If here sum of the angle is less than 180, then they meet here, right? But here sum of the angle is more than 180. You know that this is the straight line. Straight line means this angle and this angle, it form linear pair. Suppose this is 60 degrees, then it will be 120. Suppose this is also 60 degrees, then it will be 120. So 120 plus 120 is 240. So sum of this two angle is more than 180. That's why they do not intersect here, but they intersect here. Why? Because the side on which the sum of the angle is less than 2 right angles, they meet at that side. Okay. So from this many definitions and postulates, Euclid's, write down this, afterwards I will rub it. So Euclid proves some postulate with the help of definition, with the help of postulate, with the help of some axioms. They try to prove some statement. These statements are known as theorems or called propositions. The statement which is proved is known as theorem or called propositions. In this way, Euclid proved 465 propositions. So Euclid proved 465 theorems in this way, with the help of previously accepted definition, previously accepted axioms or postulates. Okay, it derived that theorem means a statement. Suppose the sum of the angles of sum of the three angles or sum of the angles of triangle is 180. This is the proposition, this is the theorem, this is the statement. Now, theorem is divided into three parts: data, to prove, and proof. Data means what is given, that is called data. To prove means what you have to prove. What you have to prove. And proof means some logical statement with the help of previously accepted definitions, axioms, postulate, or theorems. Once you prove one theorem, then you can use this result in the second theorem. Okay, once we prove number 1 and number 2, then you can use this both theorem in third one in this way. Okay, so these are the technique, or these are the parts of the theorem. Methods are also there, how this theorem is proved, that we will learn in later, that means in different chapter of geometry. Okay, now some examples are given, and then theorem number 5.1, chapter number 5. So number is given here, theorem number 5.1. This number is not given by Euclid, given by us. So number is not important, remember. Two distinct lines cannot have more than one point in common. Cannot have more than one point in common. Accepted without proof. But I explain you, two distinct lines, if you draw two distinct lines, then two chances are there. How to draw two distinct lines? You can draw by this way or this way. This way means what? They do not intersect, means they are parallel lines. Parallel. If they are parallel lines, then intersection point is null set, means intersection point is not there. Intersecting line, if two lines intersect with each other, then the common point is only one. This point is common point between these two. Okay, not more than one. Means this line cannot come back and intersect the same line. This is impossible. This is theorem number 5.1. Now after that we start exercise 5.1. Okay, in exercise 5.1, if you clear the concept, write down all this thing. If you have your concept cleared, then it is very easy for you in exercise 5.1. So shall we start? Now see exercise 5.1, question number 1. Which of the following statements are true and which are false? You have to write it. I don't write it because it is very oral and easy. First, only one line can pass through a single point. Through a single point, only one line can pass? No. Infinite line can pass through a single point. The statement is false. And the reason is what? Infinite line can pass through a single point. Second, there are an infinite number of lines which pass through two distinct points. Remember, through two distinct points, a unique line can pass. That means one and only one line can pass. So again, this statement is false. The reason, through distinct point, two distinct points, one and only one line can pass, not infinite. Third number, a terminated line. Terminated line means line segment in your language. Terminated line can be produced indefinitely on both the sides. You can extend left side and right side and it will convert into line. Yes, we have learned it. So it is true statement. If two circles are equal, then their radii are equal. Yes, because measurement of circle is the measurement of its radii. Okay? Means if two circles are equal, then their radii are equal. Now one 5 number figure is given, that in figure 5.9. Line segment AB is drawn. Line segment PQ is drawn. And line segment QXY is drawn. Okay? The question is what? If AB equals to PQ and PQ equals to XY, then AB equals to XY. It is true or false? So the answer is what? If AB is 5 centimeter, PQ is 5 centimeter, means AB equal to PQ. Now PQ and XY are same, so XY is also 5. So now you can say that AB and XY are equal. This is your question number 1. Now question number 2. Give a definition for each of the following terms. Are there other terms that need to be defined first? And how might you define them? See. The first is parallel lines. What do you mean by parallel lines? The lines which do not intersect and found in same plane. The plane, if they are coplanar, means in the same plane, then it is important. Lines which do not intersect with each other and found in same plane, then they are called parallel lines. Okay, write down it. Second is perpendicular line. You know, perpendicular means the lines which intersect each other at right angle. Lines which intersect each other at right angle are called perpendicular lines. Okay, write down this one also. Third number is line segment. Line segment. A line having two endpoints, means which are not infinite. A line having two endpoints is called a line segment, or part of a line is called line segment. Fourth, radius of a circle. Radius of a circle is a line segment whose one end point is center of the circle. A line segment whose one end point is on the circle and another end point is the center of the circle. Okay, this is called radius of a circle. Now the last one is square. Square means what? Square is a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral having all four sides equal. Then it is called a square. Okay. So these are the definition. Another question is also there, that are there other terms that need to be defined first? Yes, many terms are there. As for example, if you want to define parallel lines, you need to define lines. You need to define planes. If you want to explain perpendicular line, you need to define line. You need to define right angle. What is called right angle? If you want to define line segment, again line. Again, what do you mean by point? What is the part? The word part means what? Radius of a circle means you need to define line segment, you need to define point, you need to define circle, you need to define center of the circle. Square means you need to define quadrilateral, you need to define side, you need to define what is called equal. The concept equal means what? Means if you want to explain this definition, you need to prove or need to explain some other geometrical terms also. Okay, so afterward number 3 we will start. Write down all these things.